Okay, so The Sims is now 21 years old. 21. And last year we had a bit of a really sad birthday present for The Sims 20th anniversary. We had that infamous hot tub, and I decided, well, you know what? I want to do a build that features the hot tub because I kind of like the hot tub. I don't like the concept behind it because we were just getting something for free that other people had paid for, so I don't particularly like the concept behind the hot tub, but I am guilty of using the hot tub quite a bit. Yes, I know the Sims 21st birthday was a while ago, but here I am building a house using the hot tub. That was basically the whole point of this house, was to use the hot tub. And also with this house, I just really like how it turned out. It looks different to my other builds because I was actually kind of working off a reference picture. I will put the picture up now for you. Basically, I was looking through Pinterest homes because I wanted to try and create like a Pinterest home with a cool hot tub, and I found this house and I thought, oh my god, it has a lot of strange and unusual shapes, and I feel like in The Sims 4, the more complicated you make the house, the better it looks. So I tried to do that. It's got some dormers in it. I believe this house probably had 2 stories like the real life version, but this one is a dormer bungalow, and that's literally what it's called on my gallery. So if you want to go and download it, you can. It's just called Dormer Bungalow on my gallery. My origin ID is ToriFoxx, literally just the same as my YouTube username. And also, this house is only base game because I am the queen of making base game builds. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. But I do like to make base game builds because I like to make my life difficult because I don't like my life to be boring. So I'm really obsessed with the shape of this house. I think the outside looks relatively similar to the reference picture. Obviously, it's not going to look exactly the same. I used it as inspiration. I know a lot of simmers do this for their inspiration. And before I've been like, oh, it's too hard to come up with original designs for houses. How do people make these amazing builds? This is how they use reference pictures. And it makes your life so good because in the end, you don't even have to make your house just like the reference picture. It's like a base for you to get your ideas off of. I don't know what the back of this house looks like or the inside. I have no idea, but I just got some inspiration from what I already started. Also, the way I started building the house, I didn't start with building rooms. I started with like a few lines, like a few walls. I never do that. And to be honest, it could be a thing that I could do. I love the roofing that I've done on this house. It was kind of difficult to do the roofing, I will be honest with you. So basically, I'd use the slanted roofing. I don't know the actual technical term for that. And then it was going to clip into the gabled roofing, the one that doesn't have a window on it. And it was going to look weird. So then I decided to overlap two of the slanted roofings and have one with the eaves stretched out and one not. So that the one without the eaves stretched out could go through the gabled roofing, but it wouldn't clip because otherwise there would be like a line, like a gap, and it wouldn't be very seamless. I don't really know how to describe it, how to explain it any better than this, but that's what I tried to do. And then the back of the house, I just completely like winged it basically. I didn't know what to do. I just thought, well, I'll go off of what I did for the front of the house and then just kind of make up something for the back. Now, I really like how this house turned out. I mean, for one thing, it's base game, and I think it looks good. But it is expensive, though, I will warn you. It's incredibly expensive. It's like 70 odd thousand simoleons, but still, it's base game only. So if you don't have any packs, you can download this one and then just motherload, and then you'll be able to play in the house. Also, I didn't use any debug items for this. So, I mean, it could have been cheaper if I'd used debug landscaping and everything. But, right now, as sort of when I'm recording this video, I've not had the most brilliant day. Kind of felt a little bit ill today. You may have heard me mention this in my last video, which you would have seen on Wednesday. I was really not having a good old time. It's currently the same day, which is Tuesday for me right now. It's currently the same day, but a little bit later in the day. It's like gone 11 o'clock at night now. And I feel quite a bit better than I did earlier on when I was recording my Sims 4 Paranormal Let's Play. But I was really having quite a time of it earlier. I was just, I don't know. my head was like actually like hurting and my limbs were hurting and I was not having a good old time, but I'm fine kind of now. So, I mean, I just didn't have the energy to go through the debug objects today. It is my excuse. I really didn't. But I do like the roofing on this house because I basically made the roofs come up a little bit taller. See, I never know whether you say roofs or roofs. Like, which would you say, roofs or roofs? I don't know. See, I get sidetracked. I start talking about the build, and then I say a load of stupid stuff. See, it wouldn't be a ToriFoxx speed build if I just kept to the brief and just talked about the build the whole way through. Is it roofs or roofs? But here you will see me now making a little bedroom in one of the dormers. There's 3 dormers in total in this house, but 2 of them are so small I couldn't possibly make them into a bedroom. So I just didn't. They're kind of blank. But I mean, if you download this house off the gallery and can think of a way to incorporate those dormers into making them playable rooms, then honestly, go ahead, be my guest. Like, I might have said this before, but I literally don't care if anybody steals my build off the gallery and re-uploads it. I really don't care. However, do not do that to other people's builds, because when people work hard on their builds, they don't want them to get stolen. But literally, like my builds, I don't care. It's just assets in the game. Like, I don't even build great builds, so I literally don't care what people do with my builds. I'm really not bothered. I mean, anyway, if someone takes my build and uploads it to the gallery, it's gonna say original by ToriFoxx, so it's not like you can get away with it. So I mean, I don't care. So if you want to renovate this build or completely trash it, I really don't care. I'm not going to be offended. So yeah, but like I said, don't do that to anybody else's builds. Not good. So yeah, did I cut out the floor plan? No, I didn't. It just didn't take me very long to do, which is strange for me because it normally takes me absolutely ages to do the floor plan. This build literally took me like just under an hour and a half, which is so odd for me because normally I spend ages to do builds. I mean, I know I didn't make it hugely detailed or anything, and it's not like a huge build, but it is quite nice. I do honestly like it, and it didn't take me all that long, so I'm kind of proud of it. I'm using a very neutral color scheme, which for me is rare. For a lot of simmers, they don't have bright colors everywhere, but I like to build base game red houses. I don't know, when I go for base game, I often make the house red. I did that for my Sims 3 base game build that I did a couple of months ago. I've done quite a few base game red houses. It's because when I used to first build in The Sims 4, I got The Sims 4 for Christmas in 2017, and I had base game and cats and dogs. And I didn't know what to build with my limited stuff, and then all my builds were so dark and drab. And I always associate base game with being like dark and drab, so then I don't like to make my base game builds look boring. I like to think, okay, put some red and yellow and stuff in there to make it exciting, but it doesn't have to be. Like, you know, sometimes you can have a monochrome house and it can still look cute. It just kind of has to be expensive, but that's fine because Motherload exists. I mean, can you imagine not having Motherload? I mean, having said that, I'm cheating less in game recently, which is probably a good thing. Recently, I've been really getting back into Sims 4 gameplay again, which may be an unpopular opinion, but I have. So basically right now, I currently only have The Sims 4 Paranormal and base game installed because I had to reset my computer recently again because I was having a couple of performance issues, and it has fixed that, so that's great. So I only have those installed, and I'm running my game in ultra graphics, and I started just playing a legacy challenge. Basically, I gave my sim no money. I created a sim called Elise O'Brien. I have 3 hours of me playing with this sim on my channel. I did an hour video and a 2-hour video with no audio. I don't know why, I just thought it was fun. People have watched it, so I mean, clearly it's great. And there's like background music in there, so if you want like a chilled out video to just have on in the background whilst you're doing something, then I suppose you could watch that. Basically, I just spent like 3 hours playing with this sim and getting her to live in Oasis Springs, and now she's dating Katrina, what's her name? Not Lynx. Katrina Caliente, there we go. I'm not good with names. Oh, this bedroom's so cute. I mean, if you've watched my channel before, it's quite likely that you will know that I love yellow, and this room is no exception. This is like my dream bedroom. But I used to have a yellow bedroom when I was a young child, and this is probably why I love yellow so much. But what was I saying about Elise O'Brien? She's just she started off with like no money, and now she kind of has like a little house, and she's just moving on up in the world. And I just think it's really wholesome. And Elise is doing really well in her job. She's a style influencer. And I'm just having a lot of fun just playing base game because I didn't decide to explore any of the paranormal stuff because I wanted to do that for my paranormal Let's Play, which I've posted the first part of now, and maybe you'll have seen. Oh, so look, now I'm doing the hot tub. This is the star of the show. I did like a little bump out section. I was watching a Lil Simsy video where she did something similar with the hot tub, and I kind of was inspired. And now I'm just obsessed with making paths in The Sims 4 again. I prefer them to using actual like floor patterns because I just feel that they kind of look inferior in comparison, if I'm honest. So I'm just putting some lights out. I love this new grill that we got in an update a while back, but I haven't had the chance to use it yet. And I just love the landscaping out here. It's kind of minimal, but I do really enjoy it a lot. I just loved how this back garden looked. I thought it looked really cute. So honestly, I'm kind of obsessed with this build. I know the concept was kind of strange, just like building a house to use the hot tub, searching up Pinterest houses online. I had a good fun time doing this on a day where I wasn't feeling particularly 100%. My head was hurting and all that. I just kind of had fun chilling out and building this build for an hour and a half. And thank you guys for watching me build this. I really like this build. I kind of wish I could play in this house. I love builds, but a lot of my builds I often think this would be a nightmare to play in, but this one would be fun. But I've already done 8 builds in 2021, which is honestly scary. How have I built 8 builds in 2021? I swear I probably only built like 10 to 12 builds in 2020, like the whole of 2020. But on that note, I'm going to go because we're coming up to the end of the video. Please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I hope you have a really good day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!